Hello, I am Dr. P, and today we're going to discuss the Professional Literacies Project. First, let's start with what is the Professional Literacies Project and why we do it. As the overview explains here, we are going to explore what it means to be literate within a profession, discipline, or field that you are interested in. This might be a career that you want to explore, a place or space in nature, or a community that you belong to. Our goals are to learn more about things that are of interest to you and to see these different places and spaces as cultures. Through your inquiry and discovery, you will have opportunities to make connections, building those networks that are important for your post-secondary success. You will practice developing, refining, and asking questions that will guide your primary and secondary research. And you will have the opportunity to communicate your discoveries in a variety of ways. The Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction defines disciplinary literacy as the confluence of content, knowledge, experience, and skills merged with the ability to read, write, listen, speak, think critically, and perform in a way that is meaningful within the context of a given field. But what does that really mean? When you bring together your content knowledge, you have experiences, you practice the skills in your discipline or profession, you have disciplinary literacy. You know how to read, write, listen, speak, think, and perform as an insider, as someone who belongs to and is interested in that discipline, profession, or field of study. The National Council of Teachers of English further explains that literacy is being able to identify, understand, interpret, create, and communicate in an increasingly digital, text-mediated, information-rich, and fast-changing world. This definition expands literacy from just reading and writing to the multitude of ways and area where people have literacy. Some additional terms that may help with this project. Discipline, which is a field of study or a branch of learning. Its particular focus of attention on a unique body of knowledge. It's a mode of inquiry and conceptual structure. Profession is the job, occupation, your employment. It may demand intensive training and education in a discipline, maintains a code of ethics or a standard of conduct. Primary research, information and data gathered directly by the researcher. It can also mean and include original documents. Secondary research, existing information and data. Typically, we think of this as journal articles, books, websites. Positionality, the researcher's stance toward the place, the people, the community being studied. An emic is an insider positionality. You belong to that culture. An etic is the outsider positionality. Privileges are the rights and advantages granted to certain groups or individuals with unearned access to social power. Right now, you may have some emic or insider experiences, classes, jobs, shadowing, internship, etc. But you don't do this thing every day. You most likely haven't fully joined the discipline or profession. Through the classes you'll take in these areas, in other words, classes related to your major and other experiences, you will begin to further develop the disciplinary or professional literacy that will provide an emic perspective. Through this assignment, we will inquire, discover, and communicate what some of those experiences might look like and sound like. So that's what this assignment hopes to do, but what are we going to do? In this part of the video, I will go over each of the routes: traditional, nature, and community engagement. If you aren't sure which route you are interested in researching, you may want to watch all three sections, which will take a little longer than most of our video lectures. If you know the route you want to take, I would skip ahead to that section. Here's a brief description of each route to help you with your selection. Traditional. In this route, you will explore a profession, job, or your discipline, your major. Nature. In the nature route, you will explore an environmental issue or concern. Community engagement. In this last route, you will develop community or cultural competency as you discover more about a community that you belong to. This work will help build on future work for this course within this route. Regardless of the route you choose, rather than writing one long research paper, we are going to complete a series of research tasks to create artifacts, which are described more completely in the written overview, including full descriptions, word counts, and expectations for each artifact. We can think about artifacts as objects and observations which help define or connect cultures and your discipline or profession as a type of culture. These artifacts will use different modes or tools to publish and share your discoveries that fit the route you choose. Traditional. If you want to learn more about what it means to be literate within your discipline or your future career choice, this may be the route for you. In the traditional route, you will make inquiries and discover what it means to be part of the disciplinary community or culture that you plan to join. Remember, another way to think of your discipline is your major or field of study. So you may be in a biology discipline or a major, but your profession or career might be an epidemiologist or an academic reference librarian specializing in sciences. You can choose to focus on either a discipline or a profession career. Make sure to read the written overview for more details about how to communicate your inquiries and discoveries for this route. Nature. The nature route provides an opportunity for you to explore an environmental issue or concern that is important to you. While this may not be your future job or within your major, environmental issues impact a variety of professions and disciplines in myriad ways. In this route, you will create a nature journal to share your inquiries and discoveries. The written overview provides details of what you should include in your nature journal, which can be physical or digital. Community engagement. In the community engagement route, you will prepare a cultural competency portfolio that explores a community you belong to. Each of the artifacts for this route invites you to ask questions or make inquiries and discover more about one of your communities. Drawing on strength-based approaches to community building, these activities encourage you to note strengths and ways to build on them to promote further growth within the community. Your findings will be presented as a written report with appropriate visuals such as graphs, charts, photos, and maps. Additional details can be found in the written overview. This project will be valuable if you plan to pursue this route for future projects, as it will give you the background information, the exposition, for our upcoming WRA 101 projects. The written overview lists multiple resources which will help you with terms and definitions, tools for your research, and tips and strategies for your final products, your communication. I will share tools in class as well, and we will have an on-campus field trip or two during this project. Questions? Send me an email or schedule an appointment during office hours.